What is up, guys? Coffee break here. Man, it's the end of March. I'm so excited about this draft. That's all I've been thinking about. I'm in the lab looking at all these possibilities. They're all super overwhelming, and some rumors you just have to side-eye it a little bit, but let me give you my mock draft version 2. Now, if you do remember, I did one before the combine and free agency. Here's what it looked like. Of course, this was just me throwing stuff at the wall. You guys gave me your feedback. This one is different, of course, factoring everything else. Keep in mind that I'm only doing the first 10 picks again, so be patient with me. So much to even talk about with the first, I think the first like 4 picks, but that's beyond the point. Let's get started. Let's start with the first overall pick, the Arizona Cardinals. Let's be honest, we don't know what the hell they're thinking. They're in a state of mind where Rosen is their guy. They're tweeting about it. I mean, once you have to tweet about it, it's almost like it's fake, like it's not true. You're trying to convince yourself. Don't believe, not even the Arizona Cardinals Twitter. Anything, and I mean anything, can happen at number 1 overall. Pick up, Quinnen Williams, draft a quarterback, trade back. Anything can happen with the first overall pick, and this is going to basically decide how everyone else picks after that. Now, Bosa doesn't seem like he's a scheme fit, and they are in love with Kyler Murray. Don't get that twisted. You factor in those 2 things, and you have something, right? The Cardinals, I believe, will draft themselves another quarterback and trade Rosen to another team. I think it's just destined to happen, and some things you just speak into existence. Well, these are one of those things. Kyler Murray will go number 1 overall to the Arizona Cardinals. And now as we transition to the San Francisco 49ers, the Niners have recently met with a few prospects, Quinnen Williams, Nick Bosa, after visiting, the team's pro day. Some are considering the Niners drafting Quinnen Williams, which I wouldn't be mad at that, to be honest. People consider him the top prospect in this draft. I think with the trade for D Ford, it changed the outlook on the players John Lynch is searching for, which is why I think they get a pure pass rusher in the first, which is Nick Bosa. A lot of you guys like Josh Allen, and I do too, but it seems like the Niners have lost some interest in him. And Bosa appears to be more of a pure pass rush dude who basically can be productive. Josh Allen, to me, is still a prospect who has potential to be a great pass rusher. I think John Lynch will go with the sure thing. Now at number 3, the New York Jets. With them also needing a pass rusher, Josh Allen just happened to land in their lap. They will be dumb not to get him at this point. I think Josh Allen ultimately lands in New York to help out their defense. I'm speeding things up here as I go. At number 4, the Oakland Raiders. They have been making moves this offseason. I mean, the big piece, of course, was picking up AB. However, the Raiders need to boost up that defense. And with a big prospect still available for the Raiders, they cannot screw this up. I think the Raiders land Quinnen Williams. Nothing but luck for the Raiders. Now at number 5, this is where I get conflicted a little bit because Bucks are in an awkward spot. I mean, do you really think Winston is the future? With the possibility of picking up a quarterback, Bruce Arians, I think, puts some trust in Winston, but gets him some protection. I think the Bucks draft Jonah Williams. Arians would want to maybe start in the trenches a little bit, rebuild from the inside out, and ultimately I don't think he's in love with any of the quarterbacks in his draft anyways. Jonah Williams to the Bucks. Now at number 6, the New York Giants. Yeah, don't believe what they're rolling out in the news either. This has to be the year they draft the quarterback. You can't be playing these games. I mean, the fans want this to happen, and it needs to happen if you want to keep a fan base at this point. I think the Giants select Dwayne Haskins, quarterback out of Ohio. I think this guy will be fairly good in the league. A lot of folks aren't giving him his props. Now at number 7, the Jaguars. They had a huge offseason too. They picked up Nick Foles in free agency, and they want to supply him with as many weapons as possible. First wide receiver going in this draft. I think the Jaguars land big target DK Metcalf. It's almost almost like a perfect fit for the franchise. Getting a new quarterback, give him a new wide receiver, off you go. Now at number 8, the Detroit Lions. Matt Patricia, who is a defensive-minded guy, right? With Ziggy Ansah gone in free agency, you have a nice edge rusher waiting for you. I think the Lions take Montez Sweat. He had a hell of a combine and his stock rose because of it. Matt Patricia, Detroit Lions landing Sweat. At number 9, the Buffalo Bills. I mean, they just missed out on DK Metcalf. They would hope that this guy lands in their lap, but in this mock draft, he doesn't. I think they look on the opposite side of the football. They need to boost up their defense. Although I'm not a big fan of this guy, not as productive for my liking, I still think he goes high in this draft. Buffalo Bills are drafting Rashawn Gary out of Michigan, something to bolster up that defense. But to end my list here at number 10, the Denver Broncos, who quarterback wise, they traded for Flacco. So you have to think they're not going to be drafting a quarterback high, but instead they will think of rebuilding that defense. And I think they draft a very nice corner, Byron Murphy out of Washington. I think that's one way to get the fan base looking the other direction, because still quarterback is a clown show. I don't think trading for Flacco was a popular move, but it happened. Byron Murphy now to the Broncos. But all right guys, there's my list. Do you agree with this list? Let me see your list of mock draft for the first 10 picks. I know for the most part my comment section for the Niners sake has been very close. A lot want Bosa, but a good portion of you would like Allen to be taken. You can vote your answer on the upper right hand portion of this video, and I will announce the results on my next video. I feel like crap, to be honest. I've been sick. I apologize for the delays on the videos, but one thing that always brings me joy is watching you guys' comments, interacting with you guys, and you guys just getting enjoyment out of it. So appreciate you guys watching, and as always, we'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace.